We have with us Professor Catherine Smith, who's at Denver University Law School. So let's back up. When was the first time you were confronted with the least qualification?
Wow. I think probably in terms of the learning about the university was in law school, in my second year of law school, in a course called Power, Privilege, and the Law, actually. And it was revolutionary for me because it introduced to me these concepts and ideas in law that I had heard nothing about, and yet made so much sense from my worldview.
So what did it do? What did it change?
It really changed just about everything in terms of the way that I thought about the world and thought about my place in the world and structures and how I thought about law school and what I had been learning until that point and wondered why I hadn't been learning or hearing about these concepts and principles and thinking about the world from the simulation principles. And so it sent me off under the track of really wanting to do, I had wanted to do civil rights, but really solidified that commitment and also made me want to start thinking about teaching and scholarship and writing in those areas. So I felt like there was a place for me.
Which one? I'm sorry. Which one was your first latcrit conference?
Actually, my first latcrit conference was 2 years ago in Puerto Rico. I had my first experience with latcrit, the hospitality suite. I'd met Roberto Ferrara at the hospitality suite, and then 3 years later, ended up getting a job at the University of Denver. And going to my first latcrit.
One goes to as an academic and as a lawyer, I'm sure you've been to many conferences of all shades and variety. What was different? What struck you the first time you went to a latcrit?
Wow. I mean, just about everything. I mean, the friendliness, the warmth, the immediate connection with people just by virtue of just being there. You usually go to these other conferences like WLS or other types of conferences, and it can be kind of isolating in some senses because you might not know very many people, but also, and there's not an automatic kinship like I feel like there is in the latcrit. But also, I mean, the other piece of you get to see your friends that you haven't seen in a while, and reconnect. But then the conference itself and what's being offered and what's being discussed is so different than any other conference that it's just so wonderful to be able to walk into that environment and sit down and start learn about an issue and things that are coming out of your mouth. You don't have to have this long drawn out explanation of where you're coming from, what you mean. People are there with you, and I feel like you can start to platform the discussion from an entirely really different level than when you're at a open mic, like a WLS conference or
no time to be wasted on prefaces.
Right, exactly. There's no time on, and I feel like that opens us up to, and you're still learning about principles. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I feel like I'm still learning and still evolving and figuring this thing out and changing. But there's not this skepticism that you might face at different places, and so you get a chance to really platform from a different level, and I think extend the dialogue in a way that you can't do it.
So, apart from the substance, and I like the way you characterized it, we at latcrit always pride ourselves to be always community building and community maintenance. Well, what does that mean to you? Is that something that worked for you or done anything?
Oh, absolutely. In terms of community, I find myself, I've discovered and met just an incredible number of people and friends. They're not colleagues, they're friends that I genuinely just love. We interact and we have common interests and similar, just similar objectives, and so there's an immediate kinship in a way that is rare with so many members of the latcrit community, and so that's just they're friends and family.
Well, I know that we are going to Denver in another year or two.
That's
so
right.
Hopefully we'll get an opportunity to enjoy hospitality of your school and
We hope so.
and some more.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.